Radhe Radhe Hare Krishna to all the dear listeners. How are you? So today I would want to discuss on a very common question that is quite trending also nowadays. Can money give you happiness? What do you think? We have been really listening about this thing right from our childhood that money cannot buy happiness. So is it wrong or right? Do you really think that money can buy happiness? Well, we can have exactly or mainly two kinds of extreme responses to it. While some people will say, no, money cannot buy happiness, you need mental peace, you need love, and what not. So, money cannot buy happiness. While the other group of people will clearly say that, of course, if you have money, you can buy happiness. And it is really very much possible that you can buy anything through money and you can buy happiness also. So, what do you think? Are you one of these groups? Like, do you have such kind of extreme thinking? Like, either you say that no, money cannot buy happiness, or you exactly say, I have trouble in my throat, no problem. Or you can exactly say that no, money can buy happiness. Well, I think that many of us also belong to the third category of people who would say that yes, money can give you comfort or money can fulfill your needs to an extent, but yes, money is not an assurance for happiness, because if it was so, then a lot of millionaires or billionaires would be very happy. But I would want to ask you that when we say that these millionaires or billionaires are not happy with money, how do you know that they're not happy? Have you seen any of, have you known or seen these them closely? Any of the billionaires? Do you know really that are you really very much sure that they're not happy? Who knows? Maybe they are happy. The happiness does not mean that you always find them laughing. Happiness could be from inside also. Well, it is very much possible that they must be at peace or feeling happiness, but then some people would argue that no, since they have so much of business or so much of responsibility, so they do not get the peace of mind, and hence they would not be experiencing happiness. Now I would want to ask you that even if we do not have that much big business, or we are not running some business empire, we are not some tycoons, or we have limited amount of resources, so do you think we are having peace of mind? What do you think? Peace of mind only if you have responsibilities, and only if you have big money to manage, is that only the cause that could take away your peace of mind? Well, according to my experience, I would say your financial condition does not matter whether you are ultra rich or you are a middle class or you're a lower class. Peace of mind is a different thing. You know, it does not really matter how much money you have. Do you have less money or more money? Your peace of mind can be disturbed by any of the factor. And even if you are into spirituality, spirituality also does not guarantee that your peace of mind would not be hampered. Nowadays we we see a lot of these saints who wear saffron clothes, and they kind of claim that they have renounced the world, like they have not married, they do not have family, they have left their parents also, and now they have dedicated their lives to God, God and devotion, and they claim to say that they are happy. But do you really think that are they really happy? Do you really think all these people who are not involved in active day-to-day lives, activities, making money and having family, do you really think that they are happy? Because happiness is something that cannot be defined. And also I would want to bring into your notice one very important thing, that in this age of social media, these a lot of these spiritual gurus or people who do preaching, and they wear a different kind of clothes that these holy people do wear. And if really these people are not actually worried about uh, these materialistic things, then why are they on social media? Why do they do promotions on social media? you know we find these spiritual people or preachers, they are appearing on television shows also. Why do they need television shows? Why do they need to promote themselves through movie actors or cricketers or other famous people? So I don't really understand that. What is the point? If they are actually spiritual, then why do they need more expansion or more money or more fame? So once again, let's come to our basic question: can money give you happiness? Well, I would want to share my opinion. See, if someone is struggling with the basic needs and they are struggling to have food, shelter, and other basic things, then I would say, of course, money can give them happiness. And in my previous videos, I have talked about this guy, PC Mustafa, who was very poor in childhood, and now, of course, he is a millionaire, or I do not know, billionaire to maybe billionaire. I do not know exactly, but he is an entrepreneur, and he has like thousands of crores of rupees now. Like he does that business which manages this much of money. And when he was child, he did not have enough food to eat. He did not have proper house, because when it used to rain, his house used to leak, and they were really in trouble. They had not enough money for conveyance, because when once he was returning from his college, the bus was not working properly. The bus got damaged or whatever, then they have to walk through the road for 14 kilometers in the night. So what I want to say is that they did not have the basic money, basic resources. So when he became rich, or when he got a job, he did engineering and MBA also, then he got a job. He just made a house for his parents, and of course they had enough food and other things. So he became happy, because I watched an interview of him about uh, I think 90 minutes interview, where he told everything in detail. So I could really make an idea that yes, money brought happiness to his and his family's life, because they were really not able to meet their ends, and they were really struggling for the very basic things. So yes, money was the trouble for them, and the lack of money uh, had caused a lot of pain to them. And when they could make money, when they became able to make money, so money brought happiness to their lives. Now, another case is, after a certain period of time, or maybe among people who have not seen that kind of poverty, like middle class people or upper middle class people, or to say really high class people, upper class people, the families of industrialists or these businessmen, what do you think? Does money give them happiness? Because after a certain point, you just get used to these things. When you do not have like trouble having food or your basic needs, then you just kind of start taking them for granted. You don't really like, I don't think any of you who's listening to me has any problem with managing food for him or her or their family. So you have your meals, proper meals at proper time. So I don't think that you really find any happiness while you are having those meals. Because it is very normal for you, and that is not an issue for you. So they do not give you happiness. But just think of people who are really struggling for 2 times meal a day, and if suppose they somehow manage to get these meals like properly and without any really stressful situations to face, and they somehow manage to have meals for themselves and their family, then of course they would be happy, because they solve an important life issue for themselves. So here we see that sometimes money, yes, it does give happiness, while other times money or these things, when you become used to the money, or when really money cannot add much value to your life, then you really struggle to have happiness just by money. So so if money is not the only source of happiness, of course it is an important factor, because the lack of money will surely cause unhappiness. If money is not going to give you happiness, then be sure the lack of it will definitely give you unhappiness. So the first important thing is that one should be really prepared to fulfill their all basic needs. After that, they must really, like our middle class people, we work daily to have money, to make money, or we can say that we are not financially independent, because if we stop working, then we will not make money. While there is a class of people who are financially independent, that like that they have established such kind of businesses, or they have done such kind of investments that they don't really have to struggle for money, and money simply comes to them because they have designed such things which are running on auto mode. So that's more about the financial education. But still the question remains, if money is not an issue for people, and they are not having trouble to have it in their lives on, for some really very crucial things, like they really do not need to struggle to have money whenever they need it, then the question comes, is it going to give you happiness or not? Well, I would say and everyone knows also that money is not the ultimate source of happiness. There needs to be some really very constructive kind of goal, or something that could give you happiness from within. Like, you do not really need to find the consequence of your effort, whatever act that you are doing, whatever activity or whatever creativity you are involved in, you don't really need to find the result of it to be happy. Just the process should make you happy. I think that is one of the most important thing which is needed for happiness. And of course, the faith in almighty is the last and very important thing that you need to be happy. Well, I would want to end here. My voice and throat are not really supporting, but I hope I made my point clear. Thank you for listening. Take care. Hare Krishna. Radhe Radhe.